Imagine leaving your baby sleeping outside in minus 10 degrees Celsius while you sip coffee inside, or teaching your 4-year-old how to use a real knife without batting an eye. Sounds crazy. That's everyday parenting in Norway, and it's about to blow your mind. If you ever wondered why Norwegian kids growing up so tough, independent, and drama free, stick around because I'm revealing 5 game changing secrets from my time living in Norway and working in kindergarten there. Coming from Russia, where my own childhood was full of don't do that moments, this changed everything for me. You won't believe number 3, it could save your family awkward conversations forever. Number 1, Norwegians have absolute love for nature. And it starts super early with kids. In kindergartens here, it's like organized chaos. Children running around, falling, getting messy, and exploring outside of their own. There are tons of field trips and even special nature kindergartens, or Luftbarnehage, where kids are outdoors all day, every season. Rain or shine, they are out there. I worked in kindergarten for a year, so I know the vibe. It's all about maximum exploration. For me, this was extraordinary because back in Russia, I had traumata from my kindergarten teacher, punishing me by making me stand next to a tree the whole time the group was outside just because I jumped in a puddle after the rain. A big part of it is the gear, of course. In my childhood, we didn't have a great protective clothing. It was layers like an onion in a heavy, uncomfortable fur coat that made moving impossible. But in Norway, endless options for light waterproof stuff. Rain jackets, full rain suits that fit snug, rain boots. Your kid could sit in a puddle for an hour and stay bone dry inside. This outdoor obsession carries over. Norwegians air out rooms constantly, leaving strollers outside cafes or nurseries. Being outside in a terrible weather, that's just normal here. And it builds that tough, nature-loving spirit. Thing number 2 is letting kids be independent from a young age. In Norwegian kindergartens, kids are cooking, using knives safely, and doing crafts on their own. There are classes focused on self-reliance, so no helicopter parents here. Parents encourage with a simple, you can do it. And not only kids learn to do a lot of things from a young age, there is also not so much difference between boys and girls when they're in school. Boys learning how to paint, cook, sew, and girls are learning to play football, do the heavy work. It's a far cry from overprotective styles elsewhere. This approach teaches kids to handle things themselves, building confidence early. Number 3 is openness about sex education. There is way less stigma here. It starts in kindergartens with talk about boundaries, like if someone wants to touch you, it's not okay and you say no. In school, it goes deeper with teachers answering every question in detail. Parents are super open to chatting confidently with their kids about it all. Compare that to my home country, no sex ed at all, and I never talk about it with my mom. When I got my first period at 13, I was terrified because I knew nothing about it. My mom was vague and shy explaining pads. We never discussed sex and I was too ashamed to ask. So yeah, I think Norwegian nail it as a parents. It leads to healthier, informed kids. Thing 4, it's no physical punishment and high tolerance for bad behavior. Hitting kids, it's considered abuse and could mean losing custody. Discipline is about talking it out, but honestly Norwegians sometimes lose this battle. They're so tolerant of disrespect, kids don't listen to parents or others. This habit of explaining everything without any authority can lead to kids who expect explanation from everyone and won't follow rules. It's a double-edged sword, kind, but it can create entitlement if not balanced. Finally, number 5, teaching kids that they are no better than others. All about inclusivity. Take birthday parties. Once your child starts the school, most places have the policy invite the whole class or all boys/girls depending on your kid's gender. It is to minimize bullying and exclusion. A lot of experts wonder, what if I don't want a simple sausage party in the park, but can't afford a fancy spot for everyone? In my experience, it's okay just to invite close friends privately, as long as it's not more than 1/3 of the class. I have 2 school-age kids in 5th grade and 8th grade, and I've never done a full class party. We keep it nice for them. Pick a few best friends from school and outside and celebrate properly. One year we did all boys at VR place, but usually it's smaller. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's all about quality time. So there you have it, 5 eye-opening things about parenting in Norway. It's not perfect, but it's a lot to admire, like nature focus and openness. If you're Norwegian or have experienced parenting here, drop your thoughts in the comments. As always, don't forget to tick a like button, and I see you in the next one. Ciao!